Hello everyone and welcome back to Bandai Product and Figure Review, your one stop for everything models, figures, and tools alike. And in today's video we are going to be looking at some figure minis, and keeping with the last video we are going to be looking at more GQuuuuuX, and the ones in question we are going to be looking at are none other than Amate Yuzuriha, or Machi for her nickname, Nyaan, and Shuji. And these are really cute little figures of the main pilots from the Gundam GQuuuuuX anime. So let's roll opening and take a look at these wonderful little figures. And here we have all three of them, Amate Yuzuriha, Nyaan, and Shuji. And these are really nice little figures. They're not that big, but again, these are by Bandai and they're the figure minis. So these are like the Figuarts standard, but small and cute. And you don't really actually have to put these together. So let's actually take a look at all of these and open them all up, starting off with Amate Yuzuriha. Does give us a little bit of instructions because it looks like it does come with a little Haro, and it allows us to actually combine. So that's going to be kind of neat. So taking it out of the box, we are greeted with this cute little Amate or Machi, and we do have a cute little Haro there. So let's actually open this up and actually pop her out. And it looks like she has this like poncho looking thing, so I bet we can just kind of rip that off, and there we go. This is already looking really nice, and these do have a little bit of articulation to them. So as we can see, this is a little like she has a little bit bigger head, and it actually does move fairly well, and it moves forward and back, and I can tell with how well the eyes are. They're really nice and shiny and really well detailed. And again, we do have her iconic little swivel, which gives a little bit more of a metallic sheen. As we can see, arms, they do move forward, and the hand rotates a little bit right here. So articulation wise, it's not too bad to at least change a little bit, especially for the size. The legs do move in and out and forward and back a little bit, and I believe the ankles, they do not rotate very much, if not at all. So that's already looking really nice so far. So it's like the cute little version of what we did in the last video. And we do actually have a cute little stand that this goes with. And we also have the little Haro here, where we can actually just change out her arms and they just pop off just like that. And we can actually just slide these in just like so. And we can just pop them in, and there we go. We actually have it with the little Haro here. And the stand, just basically, it's just a little ball point, and then we can just slide that there, and we can just have her sit on the stand just like so. And here we are, and she actually does stand pretty good on her own. And yeah, this is already looking kind of good. I might end up wanting to keep her just with the little Haro, because it just is a nice little feature that's kind of cute, that allows her to give a little more personality. So as you can see, compared to my hand, she's actually not that big. So yeah, she's actually turned out pretty well. Next, we are going to go and take a look at Shuji. And like I was saying, this is going to be similar to Machi. So let's actually open this bad boy up and take a look inside. I did forget to mention about the packaging with this. They're actually really nicely packaged. It does show us a nice little window for the face on here, so that's a really nice little feature here, and we can actually just slide this guy in, and we do have his little cute little spider bot right here, and we do have another arm for another possible posability. And again, we have little plastic, and then we can actually just kind of rip that plastic. Oop, don't want to break him too much. And there we have Shuji, and we can actually take a look at the box, and it kind of gives us a different type of pose. So we can just pop that out, and we can just kind of do a cute little pose. Oop, his arm popped off again. You can just pop his arm back in, and it gives us a kind of a cool kind of thing there. Or we can do a hands up, kind of like how his box has it like that, where he's kind of holding his hair a little bit. So gonna even have that, and this little guy just kind of sits kind of right on his head. Wish there was a way of actually really kind of clamping it, or have like a little thing that would actually hold onto his head. So most likely we'll probably end up going to have to just have him be like right on the side. Going with articulation, this looks like it has a little bit of fairly good articulation for the legs. The ankles, they tend to not want to move. Arms forward and back, not too bad. Again, like we were seeing, it's just on a little bit of a ball joint, as we can see like right here. And the head does move front and back, and he does have this cute little ponytail in the back. So yeah, this is looking really nice. And now we can actually break out our little stand and put him on, and we just pop him right in, and here we have him in our little standing position. And if we are very careful, we can I'm almost thinking about putting like a magnet on top of his head, just for we can actually hold him there, unless it's just kind of like that. Very carefully just putting it on just like that. So I wish there was a better way of, enforcing that, like having a little peg that you could do, just just boop, instead of just trying to play like a balancing game with it, or have like a type of little magnet. So that's the best way we're going to get to recreate the box right here. Now, last but not least, we're going with Nyaan. And yeah, this is going to look really kind of about roughly the same as the other one. So let's pop open this and see what kind of cool little gimmicks she actually has. And looking at it, it looks more like we just have a different pair of arms. So that's kind of a little bit of a disappointment, because the other ones had like little robots. I wish this had a little bit more fun little gimmicks to go with her. We got our plastic here, and we can just pull that, and there we go. So she's already looking still really nicely made, nice and sculpted. Her arms do move in and out fairly well. The legs move forward and back. Her head does move side to side. It was a little stiff at first, but once you get that first crink out, the head moves fairly well, and you can definitely do some really nice poses. And based off of the box, it does look like she has some different types of arms, which are right here, and we can test to see what they actually look like. And all we do is just pop her initial arms off, and there we have with her different arms. And yeah, it did take a little bit of force to kind of put them together. And yeah, it's just more of like just a front arm kind of thing. Still, it's kind of nice. You just don't get a lot of the articulation with her standard arms, which I believe her wrists do have some articulations to them. So other than that, that's pretty much all that goes with her. And so she does still have a nice little swivel stand that goes right underneath her hair and just pops in just like so. and then she just stands right there, and we can actually have her stand right here. And yeah, she looks really nice. A lot of the detail, like I was mentioning, there's some really good detail with the skirt, her necktie. I like the colors of the little swivels that these characters have. So now let's actually get all three of them standing next to each other that we have. And so there we go. We have all three from the Gundam GQuuuuuuX anime series for the initial pilots for the GQuuuuuuX, the Red Gundam, as well as the Gear Free. Alright everyone, that's going to conclude this unboxing of the three pilots from Gundam GQuuuuuuX, Amate, Nyaan, and Shuji from the GQuuuuuuX series. And I definitely really like these little figures. Again, they are a little on the pricier side for what they actually are, but the amount of detail that they still come with does kind of justify a little bit of the price, especially it's Gundam. So you're always going to be paying close to maybe $30 or $40 for anything really Gundam related. But these are really nice little figures. They're well done. The amount of detail on the clothing is really to show. And yeah, I definitely recommend if you are a GQuuuuuuX fan, because these are going to go well with any of your Gundam displays. And or if you are a collector of the figure minis, like I tend to collect a few of them from some of my favorite shows. So definitely have a lot more of those that I'm going to be doing some quick unboxings like this video, since this one's kind of a somewhat of a shorter one, since these weren't really that difficult to really unbox and showcase really. So I just wanted to get these bad boys out of the boxes and onto the shelf. So yay, videos! But if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. You guys are what's making this channel grow. And with it being at 430 subscribers, we're this close of getting to 450 and even 500. That is one of my main goals, is to get to 500. And from there, try to get to 1,000 subscribers. So please share these videos with all your friends. Let's hope the algorithm is finding you guys just perfectly fine. And I will see you guys in the next episode. So until then, stay building.